I guess before we do that, one or two points I'd just like to make. I mean, all of this sounds excellent, and I'm sure some questions you may be asking yourselves is, well, how do I actually get started? Our perspective is that there are a number of ways in which you can do that, and certainly at Big Data Analytics we tend to focus on an executive discovery session where we identify specifically how the business strategy and needs feed into opportunities to derive improvement from analytics. And of course, most importantly, to prioritize those, but then to get everybody on the same page in terms of actually how you get there in that journey. The aligning metrics with goals, that's very important, so that any measurement gaps can be highlighted, and then the readiness assessment of can we do this ourselves, where is our data, and all of those good things like what kind of support do we need, and then finally the project planning, which of course relies on knowing where that data is, how to get it in place, and what prototyping might be required to get a shared view of what's needed. So coming back to Big Data for Analytics and meta-praxis together, why us? Well, we're certainly focused exclusively on big data and analytics and via advisory, via project work and best practice. And so we tend to specialize in providing that latest thinking, independent-minded, adaptable, and we try and look right across the range of functions, not just in fact finance, in order to be able to address some of the gaps between the silos that we see. We provide a range of resources and advisory services, and you can download, for example, a masterclass for non-technical senior managers from our website. We have consulting offerings in that area, and we also work with a range of products in addition to meta-praxis, which you'll see in the top left there in position 1 in our technology ecosystem. So where do we go from there? Well, we invite you to look at our workshops, webinars and events, and we also have resources, as I mentioned, available on our website. We have an introductory program which is focused on helping with the decision-making process. That's an 8-day consulting activity, and on that we're actually offering a discount for attendees for today, as well as a free initial consulting session for people who actually want to get started, just to identify what the opportunities and obstacles are for their companies. So those are two offers that Big Data for Analytics is making for today's event. And what I'd like to do would be to invite any questions, if you can send them through.